All right, folks, welcome to our Project Healthy Wealth overview of our training. Okay, I'm going to teach you some very important training today that's going to help you to know how to take your business to the next level. Now, I want you to really pay attention to what I'm going to share with you over these next 7 slides because it's so important to recognize the simplicity of the system that was developed for us that is in play now, to where literally, if we just commit 1 hour a day doing our business properly with the 3 simple steps that I'm going to show you and teach you on this video, we can take all the time we want to research the ingredients, details behind the comp plan, every last thing you could ever want to understand about your home business. But here's the thing, as you're learning about what you're part of, time is taking place. And you need to understand, folks, time is money. So you want to put money in motion. How do you do that? You recognize there's successful franchises out there that have a certain way that they do business every day. Now, with this, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. You have help, you have a system, and you have something unique at the top of this chain. You have something here that's been taught to people years ago that's been tried, true, and proven, and it works today. So what I'm going to share with you is great. I've learned it from people I've learned it from a guy who has actually helped over 30 people go from zero to $1 million in this very industry. Okay. Now, you're brand new. I want to welcome you aboard. I want to suggest that you realize how important it is to develop yourself. It's really crucial, starting with what we're going to share with you here. So what I want to do is jump into a screen share, pick the screen that we're going to share and hit share. And I want to show you what we've got to go here. We're going to start out at screen 1. I want to welcome you to our Project Healthy Wealth training. Folks, developing a successful home business practice takes that time and effort, okay? The nice thing is there's people that have gone before us that have paved the way. So we don't have to pave the road. We just have to know how to go down it properly. And that's really what I want you to get out of this day. Because if you do things in a certain way, you're going to make money every day. I know it sounds funny and it rhymes, but it's meant to, okay? I've worked in this industry for 27 years. I've had the privilege of building a team out of the small town of Troy, Montana, without even leaving my home, just on my laptop. 700 people in less than 9 months' time on a global scale. Okay, so I've actually done what I'm teaching you right now. And at this point in time in my career, I'm more excited than I've ever been, because never before have all the pieces that need to be in a puzzle been in play with no gotchas in the industry of network marketing. I haven't seen it. For the last 5 years of my life, I've been an online coach, and I've ran with about 4 to 5 different opportunities at the same time. I taught people to brand themselves and promote their brand rather than rely on an individual company. And I hoped and prayed that one day I would see the opportunity that was ultimate, to where I would feel comfortable putting all my eggs in one basket and running with that. But the problem that I've run into in all the years of my career is, one, most network marketing company owners realize they've comp plan that will draw a team big enough to generate millions of dollars on a monthly basis that's already out there in the industry. They need to design a comp plan that pays from that top of that team down, that really takes and makes it attractive for that leader to quit what they're doing and bring their whole team over and start here. I want you to think about that. That's the way that it's been the majority of the time in this industry. So the pay plans are not really geared for the little fella that's broke and busted trying to work their way up the pay plan, although there's structure to make that happen, but it's very complicated. So to eliminate all of the gimmicks and gotchas most companies have in them was what drew me to a common sense decision, folks. And I shut down everything that I'm doing and I kept my brand name, but I'm building my common sense business. And this training is towards that. Now, if you're outside of common sense and you follow my training as a coach, hey, I strongly urge you to connect with me so we can get you on board the team. This training will help you with whatever network marketing company you're building if you apply what I teach. But I can't guarantee that you're going to really enjoy a solid from these practices with different companies because, like I said, most of them have a compensation program that isn't built for the little guy working their way up. They're built to attract the big guys in so a company can go from zero to hero by either recruiting big leaders or purchasing companies that really they do, but they have a huge following of people. So they'll purchase the whole company, and all of a sudden they got this whole new distribution force, and the company's grown by over 50%. Ain't that special? Really, it's not all that special. So when you recognize what's happened in the industry before and recognize what's to us now, for the first time in 27 years, I'm seeing something that as a network marketing professional and distributor, we've all prayed for this, prayed for it over and over and over again. So Common Sense was built by distributors for distributors. The owner is a person, one of the owners is a personal, their Saturday morning trainer happens to be my personal sponsor. And it's been a blessing to work with these guys off and on now over 10 years. So what I'm going to do is share some important things with you on this training that's going to help you to really take your career and put it into motion. Looking at what we have with Common Sense, you for a perfect storm. Now, if you're in a network marketing company in this industry that has a pay plan that is a binary pay plan, I'm speaking to you from the heart, that pay structure is not designed for the little fella to get big. That pay structure is designed to attract big leaders, teams over. So really, we don't have that kind of practice here. All right, you get paid for all the volume you bring into. A distributor's dream is to have a company that rewards you for doing your job and takes very good care of you, and that's what we have with Common Sense. No gimmicks, no. You get paid on all the volume that you bring into the company and then some. So that's pretty powerful, folks, but we're not here to talk about just the comp plan. What we're here to talk about is common sense, okay? When your calendar is booked with daily appointments every week, the bank account will be full of profits every month. So I'm that. When your calendar is booked with daily appointments every week, the bank account will be full of profits every month. Okay, if your calendar's full, so is your schedule. When your schedule's full, there are actions happening on a continuous basis that's paying money to you as an entrepreneur. We're going to show you the security here, all right? There's 3 daily skill sets to freedom as an entrepreneur. When you master these skill sets, you will never go hungry again, and I promise you that. So it's very cool to understand what these skill sets are and what the exact 3-step blueprint is that has helped from 0 to $1 million in this industry, like clockwork, good pay plan or lousy pay plan, companies that have come and gone and left, all right? So when you have stuff that's real to work with, that really provides you an edge. The bottom line is, the simplicity behind the 3 steps that we're going to brings common sense to the table. Why? Because I want you to recognize this and understand it. Everyone wants to see a problem solved. And the faster you can help them solve a problem that they're facing, the more value you have to them. The market pays for your value, not for your time. Okay, so I want you to really understand that. So if you're connecting with people and the one thing in the back of your mind is, oh gosh, I know they're going to think I'm just trying to sell them something, and the only reason I'm calling them is so they can make money off of me. If it's going to be your mindset, I promise you this, you will fail. You won't earn. You won't make money, because you're not here to make money off of people. You're here to serve people. As you serve them properly, educate them with a process that works and duplicates, the results of those actions create profits that will take care of you. And that, my friends, is how you build a business, okay? So people are the most important piece to your business. How can you serve them, okay? How are you going to serve them? Well, you're going to communicate with them first. You're going to identify a need. All right? I want you to think about needs for a second. How many people need a better night's sleep? There's a lot of people that need that, isn't it? How many people need more energy but no crashy, jittery side effects? There's a need for that in the market today, isn't there? How many people need better digestion and bowel control? Okay, sounds funny, but it's a major need in the market today. How many people are depressed that need a natural way to make sure they have micronutrients in their system that can balance out what the brain does to control the fear that we endure, okay? So it's an exact science, okay? There's a need for that that's side effect free in our market today. There is a need in the market today for people that want to lose weight. They say 1 out of 3 people are overweight in just America alone today. So when you can meet that need with something that's got a real track record behind it, it kind of makes a difference, all right? So everything I've mentioned is not rocket science. It's needs that people are paying to get met. It might as well be you instead of somebody or something that isn't quite right. So excited about what you do. You need to be enthusiastic that you have a chance to help somebody get their needs met. It could be that they need to make more money, and we have an opportunity that pays out every single week. If you dedicate 1 hour a day properly, and you get 3 sets of eyeballs on review through our phone app, guess what? You'll know when they've seen the overview because it's done, and you can connect with them, with your support team on the line with you to help them get their needs met and show them that there's somebody in their corner to even help them. Think about that aspect of customer service and recognize that's exactly how we operate. The more people you serve and the better you serve them, the more money you make and earn on a regular basis. This is what common sense is all about. So we're going to identify their need, and then we're going to next schedule a time for the overview. Is now a good time, or would A, B, or C fit your schedule best? Here's what happens almost every time. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? No. The video that you're going to see will explain it far better than I ever could. And what you've told me is the problem. And if we're going to show you the information, it's going to help you to get that problem solved. Would now be a good time, or A, B, or C fit you better? Oh, let's do it now. Great. Give me the phone number so I can load it in my phone app, and I'll hit this little share button, and I'll be able to you that information. And folks, what's going to happen by utilizing the tool instead of doing the explaining ourselves, they just realize they don't have to memorize a sales pitch, a set of ingredients, a design of a comp plan, or a story behind the people in the company. That's so today. They see a very simple, oh yeah, well here's my text, here's my number, text me that video, great. And now you text them the video. When they're done watching the video, your app lets you know as the entrepreneur. Now you can get with your success coach, okay? Your sponsor or your upline, and you can call that prospect after they've already seen the video, and you can say, hey, I wanted to introduce you to some more of our success team that's here to help you meet your goal. Whether it's making money or losing weight or having energy or whatever the product is that fits their needs. If it's making more money, hey, I want you to know that we're not alone here. We got experts and professionals that really help us make things happen. You deserve to see that victory here. I want to introduce you. He's a top earner with the company, and boom, there you go. And now your success coach takes over from there. What did they see you do? They see you listen and care about the person that you're communicating with, whether it's Facebook chat, LinkedIn chat, or Craigslist resume, okay? You've identified their need, and you were excited to show them a solution, so you scheduled an appointment, even if it's right now. You got them in front of that information and introducing the success team in their corner to help them accomplish their goals. Do you think that they see service like that anywhere else they go? No. But we think it's a common sense approach, and it works, okay? The more you serve and better you serve, and better you earn. So I want you to think about those 3 simple steps. They just saw that you don't have to do any explaining. They just saw all they got to do is operate an app off their phone. They saw that you knew when they were done watching the video, and there was more than one person to help them accomplish the goal that they're watching the information on. If they don't want to make extra money, they definitely want to use the product, and they're impressed with the service you just demonstrated to them. And guess what? They buy from people they know, like, and trust. Why would you ever be nervous, ashamed, or afraid to practice exactly what I'm saying to you? Because that's all we're here to do is serve, folks. When you master these 3 daily skill sets to freedom and operate these 3 simple steps, it's simple to do, easy to operate 3 times in 1 hour. So if you're committing 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, making results instead of excuses. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's the truth. We're talking about professional business here. But if you do it that way and follow that 3-step system the way I'm saying, at the end of the week, you've had 15 sets of eyeballs on a part-time basis in front of an overview of how to get their problem solved. If 3 of them get really excited on a business standpoint, get started with that $4.99 pack, and those 5, you just earned $300. That's way more than someone would make working 40 hours a week being paid federal minimum wage. As an entrepreneur, it is a blessing to understand how to plant seeds and enjoy the harvest from the work that we do. So it really is a simple process. The question to ask yourself is, are you going to be excited about what? Because history has proven, and success leaves clues, that folks who are excited and love what they do get paid the most for it. So rather than have to feel like you got to pull the wool over someone's eyes to earn from them, and this, with most gimmicks and gotchas, with the majority of network marketing companies that are out there today, there's enough gimmicks and gotchas that you're always in the back of your mind. Yeah, I hope they don't see this part. I hope they don't ask about that part. but that's just part of the process, so we got to go with it. No. Here, we got things built on service integrity because we understand that the more we take care of the people that we work with, the happier they are, the more they want to repeat that process. And guess what? Repetitious business is what pays you the best in this industry. I want you to think about what I've just said. So our next slide is real simple. Again, success leaves clues. 90% of people who begin a home business fail to even get paid, honestly. So I want you to think about that. What is it that those 10% have in common that do succeed? They have a daily action plan for their first quarter of business, a 90-day roadmap in writing of what they intend to do. So does that have to be complicated? No, it don't, okay? My 90-day roadmap in writing for myself personally is really simple. 3 a day, 5 days a week. That brings me 15 a week. That brings me 60 a month. That's 180 per quarter. That's 720 per year. And if I only got 72 who were really excited out of that 720 and they all came in, guess what? I am a top producer in the company I'm working with. Why? Because success leaves clues. If you look at the network marketers that went from $0 to $1 million in 1 to 2 years, they can put them all in a room together and ask them the question, how many personally enrolled did you have? The average amount for all of them was 42. 42 was the average of personally enrolled. Now I want you to think about this. There's 52 weeks to a year. So if you are consistent every week and you make a commitment to at least put one set of fresh eyeballs on a presentation 5 days a week with no excuses, and 4 out of 5 times you got told to go fly a kite, but 1 out of 5 times they joined your team. You failed 4 out of 5 times, and at the end of 52 weeks, you have 52 people on your team. Where does that place you? Above what the top earners accomplished. You see, it's not rocket science. It's called daily consistency. It's an exact science. And with common sense, we don't have to feel like we got something to hide or a gimmick we hope they don't figure out. Be completely confident that all we're here to do is serve people from their point of need to help them get what they really want, the security that we enjoy as home entrepreneurs. So hopefully what I'm saying to you is making sense. Okay, so you have to have that written first quarter daily action plan. So really, I can do 3 a day in 1 hour with this phone app that we have. So I want you to think about that. Powerful. So a person could actually put a schedule together, follow that like a professional, keep track of their results, improve on their results by repeating it month after month, and get better at what they do. Give themselves a raise. The beauty of network marketing is you make a sale this month, that's going to repeat itself month after month for the life of that account. The better you serve them, the more they respect you, and the more you help them meet their needs, the more loyal they are to you, destroying what's called attrition in this industry and putting earning in your favor. So ask yourself in that 90-day roadmap, are you adding 10 potential clients and contact info daily into your system 5 days each week? It's crucial. That's part of your game plan. Okay? Do you know how to find 3 people on Facebook, 3 people on LinkedIn, and 3 people on Craigslist who are perfect candidates for your business in less than an hour of your time? I can train you how to do that if you don't know how. So if you're watching this video, you got something to get excited about. These are skill sets. They're very simple to operate. And again, all we're doing is identifying a need and giving them the overview to get that need met. That's showing them there's somebody else in their corner other than us to help them accomplish what they want in the first place. Understand that when you're passionate to do exactly, you have nothing to be afraid of, and you're excited about the process that you take daily, and you're creating an energy around you that everybody wants what you have. That is your secret to understanding what to do. How do we do it? We follow the path of clues left behind by proven success. A written, scheduled first quarter action plan. Three a day, properly in an hour, Monday through Friday. Okay, so I got 15 accomplished attempts per week, and that's a part-time schedule, right? Okay, so recognize the simplicity, because when that duplicates, so does your income. All right, do you know how to find those people? We teach you to add more value to yourself each day, because you understand the more value you can bring to others, the more value you have to them, right? So as an entrepreneur, we want to be able to educate ourselves, all right? And if you haven't done that before, now's a good time to learn what you're part of. The first to start with was recommended to me by the owner of Common Sense Worldwide. In fact, he mailed me this very copy before he owned this company when we were together in another one. And he says, Earl, this is my network marketing Bible. And I watched Joe Melling build top earning positions from scratch with 2 different companies that the majority of seasoned professionals couldn't even get to the top of those paid plans in. So when Joe said that to me, I took that literally. Really, you're going to understand what you're part of. And again, you're working the 3 steps, and you're reading this book when you're done working those 3 steps first for the day, okay? This is your commitment to building your business. This is the training. We're showing you how to do things that people have done that have created them 7-figure earnings, okay? So it's not a joke, it's reality, and it's a blessing because we get to understand that. So I learned the industry from working it, doing it, and understanding what I'm part of. This is what Joe suggested to me. It's what I'm suggesting to you. Now, you can go to, I believe it's networkmarketingpro.com, and this book order. I think it's less than $12, and Eric Worre will send it to you, all right? So it's an excellent tool to have in your arsenal so you can add value to yourself. And then from there, I would go into more. Another trainer I really enjoy is a guy by the name of Jeffrey Combs. More heart than talent. I've seen Jeffrey help people make millions of dollars in this industry, and several people. So it's the real thing. And get your hands on those 2 books if you can, all right? That's what it means. Will you add more value to yourself each day? What if it's just a chapter a day or just 10 minutes a day? It's still better than the that's being absorbed from the broadcast of the news that you see, all right? Because if all you take in is negative information all day long, you're going to spit out the next day. You're going to spit out what you've taken in. So if what you took in was serving people and helping them get their needs met, showing them there's others in their corner, that's kind of a good seed to have planted, isn't it? And then learning how to communicate more effectively, how to have to speak from the heart instead of with a line of crap, really allows you to form the most valuable things to your business, being relationships. As you build and develop those relationships, you will have teams that will never leave you, which is the security of this business. So the next thing is, what are your projected accomplishments for completing your first work quarter? So if you did part-time efforts of 90 days of commitment, created an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, what would that money coming in month after month from you dedicating to this new home business that you're part of, like a professional instead of an amateur? Guess what? You get to picture that reward every before you take action with your business. How exciting is that? All right. Now that gives you something you are excited, enthused about. You know you're working a plan, and most people don't have that. Talk to anybody you know that's ever been in network marketing. They've always been told, just bring a guest to the next meeting and all right? You deserve more than that. We're showing you the common sense approach right here, right now, today, okay? So when you have a written game plan based on reality other than hype, there's no gimmicks or no gotchas, you can really picture what that victory is and get excited as you get closer to it. What happens to that first work quarter is often you go past what you hope to accomplish. Your work efforts paid you even farther than what you were expecting, but because you were excited about what you were doing daily, you carried this energy about you, and everybody wanted to have the security that they see that you believe have for yourself. That's the energy that they're drawn to, not the magic words that you're speaking or how slick and sly your presentation is. We're talking about people, we're talking about relationships, we're talking about a servant's heart. And when you have that, integrity can't be beat. All right, let's drum, shall we? Like I said, enjoy the path of production. Folks, sharing solutions builds trust with people. People are always looking for health or money solutions, and we simply guide them to the tool with the solution. So we don't have to do all the explaining and figuring and researching. We already know what we're part of. We're excited to be able to help other people get there. Really that simple. So when you understand that and you're working that, recognize this. History has proved time and time again that you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person who has the perfect timing and a major need for what you have. I'll repeat that. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. So don't get nervous about what you're going to say. Again, if you pay attention to them, the most important piece of the puzzle, you've identified the need. Oh, I'm so glad you shared that with me. I can't wait for you to see this information. It's really going to show you how people just like you have got that very problem solved with such simplicity, it'll blow your mind. 25 minutes or so right now, or would A, B, or C time be better? Okay? So think about that. Because here's what happens. When you recognize that, the aura that you have about you, the attitude you carry with you, and the fact that you practice what you teach, position where there's always somebody, as this daily practice is repeated, who is ready, and the timing and the need are in perfect alignment for a cycle of habit to take place. Okay, it takes 21 days to create a habit. So if you're doing 3 a day in 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, right? 21 days of doing that means you completed that mission 63 times. All right, think how powerful that is. Think how powerful that is. What if you got 4 really good people out of them 63? And you repeat that again on the next go around of 21. Huh? Now you got 42 days that went by and 8 people. That's not too bad for your part-time effort. I want you to think about the things that I'm sharing with you folks, because it's really what it's all about. The better you serve others, the better your business builds. So here's the heart and blood to what's going to make you successful. It's duplication that produces. Why do we have the 3-step system as simple as it is for us to operate with? Because even a person with no experience can recognize you don't have to do any explaining. All you got to do is listen. Oh, I'm glad you shared that with me. We got a solution to that problem. Here's the information. What's the number I text that video to? You go to your phone app, hit the share, select what information they need. We got PDFs on every product. Almost every product has a video. We've got an overview presentation that's there now. Eddie's presentation is coming to the app soon. Eddie told me that himself just this week, so we're kind of excited about that. All right, so here's the main thing about duplication is ask yourself this question each day. This is a a question that Eddie embedded in my mind over 10 years ago. If everyone on my team did today what I did, what would that look like? I have it in red here. If each person on your team did exactly what you did, what would your victory look like? All right? So honestly, folks, like it or not, the law of reciprocity is the same for all. We only get out of life what we put into it, and we will draw those to us by nature who do what we do. So I want you to think about that. If you want a good hard worker on your team, you need to be the good hard worker. And by nature's law, you will attract good hard workers. But if you're hoping somebody else is going to do all the work and you're going to get paid for it, that's a something for nothing mentality, and that reacts in a negative way when that's the seeds that you plant. You don't want to do that. Remember, we're here to serve. The more you serve, the more you earn. Think about that simplicity. If everyone on my team did today what I did, what would that look like? And understand that law of reciprocity. I'm going to be a hard worker. I'm going to make a commitment to put people into my phone app a day, 5 days a week, no excuses. That's my goal. Why? I'll know when they've seen the presentation. I know when they've seen the presentation, I can get my team success team, Eddie Freeman or Joe Melling, on the phone with me as I connect with a person that's already seen who we are and what we do. And now all we're going to do is figure out how to serve them by helping them get their needs met the most. What a blessing that is, folks. So think about that. When we're operating this three-step system off of that simplicity, we're not worried about how to explain what each ingredient does to the body or what's in it, or what this study says, or what that study says, or what the person might think if this or might do with that. No. We recognize the simplicity of the three-step system that has already made people millions of dollars who understood how to practice the system as they educate themselves in their spare time with all the other details. The productive actions are happening daily, and as those daily actions duplicate, so does the text. Duplication is here, folks. So production or procrastination, the seed that we plant with our own actions, will bring the harvest. Hopefully you're planting a seed of production, not procrastination. Folks, I really mean this with the bottom of my heart. Waiting for everyone and everything to be perfect in a world that is not perfect. It's only going to produce results that are not perfect. The more that you practice the daily actions to profits, the more you'll improve your results. The three-step system is put together to be so simple to operate that anybody with no experience can do it, and those daily actions can duplicate. And when you put that in motion yourself, it's amazing what happens. If my whole team today did what I did today, what would my results be? All right, so next, inviting others to solutions pays, folks. Understand how to ask questions. They are your weapons in this business, okay? Ask the right questions to understand what their desires are, and we simply point to the tool from there. What kind of questions do we ask? Well, I have here in the slide FORM, F-O-R-M. It's all about the family, occupation, recreation, and I use M for message. Some use M for money. But this acronym was taught to me years and years ago on how to have a conversation in motion. Hey, first thing people like to talk about is themselves and their family. So what do you, family? Oh, I got a wife and 3 kids, really. What kind of work do you do to take care of them? Oh, I work in a restaurant, and that's amazing. It's got to be kind of hard with the shutdowns going on with the COVID, doesn't it? Oh yeah, man, my income's gone. So if we could find a way to show you how to make or replace that income within the next couple of weeks with some reality over hype, that'd be a benefit to you, wouldn't it? Oh, absolutely. Oh, wow. So what do you do for fun when you're not? What is it that you and your family enjoy the most? Oh, we like to go travel and do this, do that. Oh, wow. Have you been able to do a lot of last? No, man, there's been way more months and money we'd like to. So really, if I could show you a way that you could do that many just like you were able to do exactly that a lot more often, that'd be a benefit to you, wouldn't it? Yeah, great. I got a video that's got information packed in it that serves people in your exact position. I think you're going to love it. It's in our phone app. I'd like to send that to you. What is the number you would like me to text that video to? You see how simple that is? Family, occupation, recreation, message. So notice things in conversations that you're having with people, text, message, chats that you're having, or social media chats like Facebook, hint, LinkedIn, major hint, okay? These are stories of pain that they're sharing, stories of lack of sleep, lack of energy, high anxiety, lack of motivation, overweight, digestion complications, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Think about what's that one, diverticulitis. There's a lot of that kind of stuff going on. So you hear people talking about these kind of things. I can't promise anything's a cure, but I can show you some solutions to that very issue that you just mentioned. It's absolutely helping a lot of people just like you. I'm so glad I got to connect and talk with you today. Look, I got a video I'd like to text you in just a little under 20 minutes. Would you have the time to see that if it's 20, 25 minutes or so now? Oh, yeah, great. And the number that you want me to text, what? Okay. See how simple that is. You're not selling anything. You're not convincing anything. You're operating a system like a professional with a blessing to serve another human being. Understand what that means to you, okay? So here's what you always want to respond with. I'm so glad you shared that with me. It just happens. I'm working with a group of professionals, making things happen with folks just like you. Set the appointment, you're good to go. What's the number I can text you the information showing the results? And there it is on your phone app, right? So I want you to recognize, folks, completing this just 3 times a day can be accomplished in less than an hour of a person's time. The phone app lets you know when the info's been seen, so you can connect with your success coach on the line after they've seen the information, and that's where the magic's going to happen in your business. Now, the most important part of this is, what are your people going to see? They're going to see that you didn't have to explain a plan, explain a company, explain the owners, explain the ingredients, explain what the doctors say, explain why this is the best opportunity in the world on the planet. No, they saw you identify a problem that they were facing. Schedule an appointment for them to see some information that helps them solve that problem, and more than just you to help them continue to solve that problem. Think about the service you're offering. Folks aren't going to find that anywhere else. Inviting others to solution phase. I hope you see how special it can be. The last thing I'm going to touch on here is, what is your accomplishment reward? I want to talk about this. Focus on the victory. This is what they call your why. You have a why that'll make you cry, okay? Does the reason you desire more out of life drive you to tears? If you were able to accomplish a 30-year goal in 3 years, wouldn't that be strong enough to drive you to tears? Because that's what you have in your hands. With common today, folks. It really is true. How does it feel to look back on the first work quarter completed with your home business, knowing you accomplished your goals? See, if you have what I have on my board, okay, I've got it hanging in writing. 3 a day, 15 a week, 60 a month, 180 a quarter, 720 a year. Okay, so if I do that over the next year, at the end of the year, I've got 72. Remember the top earners? 42. 72 is a lot more than that, isn't it? Okay, that is my 90-day roadmap for myself personally. Okay, So when you understand what the potential is behind a of true actions to profits over hype and hope, it's easy to get excited and picture what the rewards will be at the end of that journey. So ask yourself those kind of questions. Okay, what kind of improvements are possible with your life should that pattern duplicate over the next couple of years? Will you pick victories each day before you start your work process as if you have already accomplished them? Take 5 minutes to tilt your head back and just visualize that with deep emotion. I promise you, if you do this, it'll help you be in the right mindset to let that enthusiasm shine about what it is you're excited to share with others. Okay? Did you know the difference between failure and success in home business is the picture believed and expected in the heart of the entrepreneur? I'm going to repeat that. Know that the difference between failure and success in home business is the picture believed and practiced in the heart of an entrepreneur. After today's training, you recognize that the secret to your success is good service. It's not phony convincing. You can be excited to give good service, especially when you know it gets you good results. So we're going to stop the screen share here. I want to congratulate you for taking some time to see some truth that can really impact your business in a positive way. Yeah, that's John Maxwell in that picture behind me. It was a really awesome moment. Again, my sponsor, Eddie Freeman, helped make that become a reality in my life. I believe that was back in 2009. But I really have worked with the top earners in the world. Now, if a toothless mountain man like me can build a business and show you the simplicity of this, why not you? I've already done everything I'm teaching you, even with this company, Common Sense. I've done exactly what I'm teaching and made more than $100 in less than an hour of my time. Don't you deserve to enjoy the same thing? Remember, you're not alone with this business. We're a phone call, text message, or Facebook, LinkedIn chat away with help. It really is an honor to help other people to make their dreams come true. I pray that this training has been a blessing to your life, and I highly encourage you grab them 3 steps and start running with them now. And when you finish those daily method of operation, time to do the studying that will make the difference for you. Okay? God bless you. It's been a blessing. I look forward to meet you in person someday, over the phone or online at one of our events. You have an awesome day. Remember, God made you, and God never made any